Alright everybody, welcome back. This is game 2 of BKBK versus TMNT3. The map is Dunkirk, Tournament Edition. Shadow, I believe, is the variant. Yeah, the mesh, whatever. The game is Capture the Flag, which is exactly like it sounds. Your goal is to capture the opponent's flag and not have yours captured. Pretty simple. Same rosters as last game. Not going to go over that again. Yeah, let's speed it on up to the unit trades. It's not the wrong mesh, I don't think. Alright, there we go. So, based on what I was seeing as default, this looks pretty ideal. This is roughly what I would think to do as well. Pretty standard. Nothing super special here to be said. Obviously, getting 2 forest giants. He got 6 whites. What do you got? 4, 5, 6. He's got 12 pus. I'd be surprised if he healed all of them. It'd be nice to save a heal or 2 for the forest giant. So you may opt to sink a couple, but either way he's got 12 galls, and even an empty gall on this map, it's a good deterrent against a forest giant. You always got to kind of walk on eggshells around a gall. You never know as an opponent if an enemy gall is carrying pus or not until it's either too late or yeah, whatever. Anyways, so yeah, he went fairly light on the balls here. I think the trade-off there, I mean, they're 4 points apiece. The trade-off is a lot of bowmen, which I encourage. I love bowmen. This looks like max Warriors of Thel, which is good. They're strong. They're very strong against forest giants. They don't cost as much as mauls. And yeah, max artillery, it would appear otherwise. So yeah, I like it. Strong trade. Over to BKBK's side. Not liking the lack of bowmen here, not gonna lie. Big bowman fan, especially a map like this. Like, it's gonna be a very center focused battle. Everything's gonna be spread across the middle. You might get small artillery melee flanks vying for the flag on the outer edge of the maps, but most of the shit is going down in the mid. There's not a lot of hills here, but you can see mid is raised, so if you can get that dominance quick,
game on,
then yeah, you're going to have that range advantage with a bowman versus no bowman. They're very good against warlocks too, very effective against warlocks, and as a deterrent against forest giants, so I think Garnish kind of shit the bed not getting bowman on this. And yeah, GKG is expected, only healed 4. So I guess he's going to sink the whites, probably around here, just to stop anything coming through if they happen to lose mid, which I strongly doubt they will, based on the unit trades and the rosters. So speed it up a bit here, get to the action. I do find it kind of interesting that Kruniak has both forest giants. Usually in FG maps, best practice, I think, is usually to split them up, but as this is a 6v6 and they do have quite a bit of artillery between all the heavy artillery and the bowmen, it's nice to kind of spread those out to as many hands as possible. That's probably GKG's line of thought here. So let's see what happens. You can see YOLO's kind of playing with fire already. Surprise, surprise. Gets out of there relatively unscathed. I think he got 1 hit in. He shouldn't be hanging around here. We can kind of even that up quick. It's a sketchy move with backup coming our way. Let's see if we can get out of there. Yeah, it was about an even trade, really. Not too bad. He did lose a Thel. Couldn't get there in time with his pus. He's going to have to go get healed. And where the hell is their journeyman? There's their journeyman. It is flanking with Renwood. That should be mid to support your FG at all times. That's a mistake, I think. Quite a large force south Renwood here. Yeah, so he doesn't even really know where his... Yes, okay. Not a big fan of this. You can see YOLO has to go running around, wasting time, wasting opportunity. Ooh, nice shot by Jaral. It was a great shot. Sweet. But anyways, you can see like YOLO is just left out of the party right now looking for a heal. Not even really going the right way. Ooh, that hurt. You don't want to be blocking Warlock shots too much with Forest Giants, but it was good that he did block that. I think he saved a lot of damage to his team. They may have lost a couple Pascals, which are pretty critical in this map. As you can see, as predicted, I mean, GKG's team has taken full control of mid all the way across, and they're forcing the issue here. They are pushing them right back with their better range, and yeah, that was pretty predictable. Not quite sure what Kurno's doing way back here, but it's fine. He doesn't really need to be in the fight right now. They're not in a lot of danger with all these, all this artillery. I mean, there's not much these Forest Giants could do to push in against this. Be a suicide mission. I don't want to say it's a shitty puss because it actually did freeze things, but he's got no backup here. What was that? YOLO, yeah, he should have saved that. Like, now he could use it, you know? That was just a waste. These things are going to walk away pretty unharmed. No worse for wear. Yeah, Gamer. Kind of a wasted puss unless you can kill these Gauls. Can he? Nope, they live. Get a shot off. Nope, couldn't kill him, and lo and behold, a Warlock gone, or another Mortar gone, and another Warlock. So that was a good good trade-off for BKBK. Some good play. Not entirely sure who that was, to be honest. I think it was Renwood. Yeah, it was Renwood's plus. Good plus, Ren. This is kind of the fight to watch for now. Gamer's just going to work with his bowman for now. Ooh, that was... that small plus? Yeah, it was. Okay. I said that was a lucky dud in the self plus. Nothing huge going on yet. Scratch needs to hightail it out of here. That was not a very good pass there. Does he get the heal off? Yep. Okay, good on him. Okay, yeah, he's gonna kind of smack some shit. He needs to get out of there. He's getting work done. Oh, and that's a bit of a blunder there. Gamer just put a stray arrow into the back of Kruniak's FG and took him out of the game. So the FG advantage currently belongs to BKBK, and they're making a decent account of themselves so far, 63 to 63. I don't expect it to last long now that the FGs are out of the equation. Yeah, you can see right there just the range advantage of the bowmen over Warlocks. I think once these oh shit, and there goes YOLO. Yeah, once the FGs are out of the equation, such a big advantage to the black team with all the artillery. They can just push and hold, put up blockers. Not much to be said. I think this game is pretty over. A lone puss going over to their flag here.
Flag
that's
contested.
Other than contest. Get out of there. He doesn't have a lot of backup, so that's not going to do anything. Decent little kill there. Yeah, Kruniak still got a lot of health here to work with. This mid battle is essentially over for now. Mind seeing something happen here. Come on, guys. We got Garnish. That was tough. Losing 2 of your last 3 artillery to not even a very good shot, to be honest. I mean, it was a shot. You could have easily dodged. So the mid fight is over. We got here Jarral going for a little sneak flank. Better late than never, I suppose. That should have been moving a long time ago, though. It's an empty goal. Ooh. Nice little auto attack, I think, to freeze Kruniak with a... Does he freeze him? With a small pass. No, he doesn't freeze him. That would have been pretty hilarious. Not going to change the outcome. The game's pretty much over. In fact, I'm just going to speed it up. There's not much to see here. We'll just go right to the flag.
5 minutes remaining.
Contested over. So, yeah, that is 2-0 for TMNT3. Congratulations. What do we got for stats? Kruniak coming in, 19 and 1, 63 damage, pretty solid. Kind of expected that he'd get good ratios there with 2 Forest Giant. Pretty hard to fuck that up. Gamer, 91, man. He's the big gun for the game. 16 kills, 7 losses. He did a lot of work. Did have that unfortunate blunder where he stoned Kruniak's Forest Giant, but did it live still? I don't even know. No, it probably died in the end. Yeah, he did have the 1 loss. The rest of the guys, you know, they did a bit of work. Asmo didn't seem to do as much this game as he did last game. GKG, 1 in 18. I'm thinking he took a lot of the cannon fodder and a lot of the units that are sitting idle. Did lose 18. I guess 6 whites will do that to you. Still managed 21 damage after healing 4 whites, so he did something. BKBK, Scratch, he had a Forest Giant, did fairly well, 13 and 14, basically 1-to-1 ratios, 51 damage. Pretty solid. I think I saw him do some decent stuff that game. Put up a key block, which saved his team a pretty decent percentage. YOLO had the other Forest Giant, 4 and 11, not so hot. Saw him getting a little too aggressive at the start, and then having to go for a long walk to find a heal, which, I mean, not necessarily his fault. That Journeyman should have been mid to begin with, supporting the FGs. I'm going to put that one on Garnish for not taking that mid and giving it to Renwood instead, or not sending Renwood mid. The rest of the guys didn't do a heck of a lot. Renwood did pretty solid. Hard to tell with the ratios, kills. I think he did quite a bit of damage to a Forest Giant, and he did take out a bunch of artillery with Puss, and maybe a nice shot or 2 with a Warlock or whatever he had. So, yeah, he seemed to have a pretty good game. I'm going to give star of this game to... I'm going to have to say Gamer, just for doing so much damage, going 16 and 17. That's a pretty solid game. Minus that 1 blunder, you know, pretty solid game, all in all. Kruniak also put on a pretty good show with the 2 Forest Giants, so not much more to say about that. That is game 2. We'll see you in game 3.